back to Scundered with me, Teresa Livingstone, the podcast about embarrassing stories. I have a very exciting guest who's come back for the second time. I'm going to read out, do you know what? I'm going to read out what I read about you on your website. His performances are noted for their razor-sharp wit and hilariously embarrassing anecdotes that would make a psychiatrist blush. I am your therapist today. Please welcome Micky Bartlett.
Guten Tag. That's German for hello, I think. By the way, I didn't write anything on that website. I also haven't read it.
I was going to say, who did write that?
Yeah, I think it was the guy who designed the website. I was just like, that seems fine.
Whatever.
Yeah. Micky Bartlett, 6'2" and black. I'm like, yeah, that's me.
But embarrassing anecdotes that would make a psychiatrist blush. Yeah. I don't know if that's how I would describe your stand-up.
No, it's definitely more ethereal and, you know what I mean? It's artistic.
It's much more rooted and grounded in the political arena.
It's very much Gaulier.
Fuck, I just threw that. I can't drink.
Have you never drank? Do you know what it is? It's because there's no alcohol in it. Why don't you have yourself one of these delicious 0% beers?
Beers from the Sober Irish. What did you turn up with today, Micky Bartlett?
I'm just drinking the 0% beers too.
Nobody else has come to the podcast with a bag of cans.
But I know you. You forget how we've bonded.
I know. Funny, that's the last time I saw you was in Buncrana.
Yeah.
Did you have? That was the start of the weekend.
That was the start of the weekend.
Well done, making it to the end.
That's there. If you want to, we can start with that's an embarrassing weekend.
Okay.
For me, that was.
How'd your weekend go in Buncrana?
So, my weekend in Buncrana obviously started on the Friday.
Yes.
We did in Buncrana Comedy Festival, and we went back to the Lake of Shadows.
Yes.
The hotel.
Yes.
Right. And there was. You went to bed. There was me and Anne-Marie the Doc. We call her the Doc. Anne-Marie Doherty.
Oh, right, yeah. I thought you said the dog. I was
no.
There was a dog called Anne-Marie. I don't remember anything.
It's because I've had that 0% beer. I'm all flustered. I was drinking loads of 0% beers last night too, so I'm a wee bit not hungover. But we got to the hotel and was said to the night porter, we're like, is the residence bar open?
Yes.
And he went, well, if it's open for you, it's open for me. Hey. And we sat
I'd gone to bed at that
we sat and drank till 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning with the porter of the hotel. I might get him in trouble for saying this. He wouldn't let us buy drinks.
Oh, no way.
So we drank for free to 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, thanks for letting me know.
Well, you went to bed. Oh, no. The last time I drank with you was all hungover and I was spewing and all.
But I was already drunk at that point.
Yeah, no, but there was no keeping you awake. I was like, Jesus, motherfucker. There's gossip up in
I had a pizza. I went to bed with a pizza. That's how I woke up.
There was definitely videos of us dancing in that pizza place.
Oh, yes. We also tried to FaceTime. I tried to call on WhatsApp Connor Keys. I called my husband.
Yeah.
And I think there was somebody else. And everybody just hung up immediately.
We were very, very drunk that night.
It was great crack.
So that was day one. And then the second day, so my parents have a caravan quite near Donegal, or quite near Buncrana.
Yeah.
In Donegal. And I had texted them being like, should we go for a wee bit of lunch tomorrow? Now, this is before the night porter had me drinking at 6 in the morning.
No.
So then I met my mum and dad, and I was steaming.
Yeah.
Right? And my dad was like, that's my boy. And my mum was going, you need to go to fucking therapy. That's a disgrace. That's a fucking disgrace. You're like him. You're like fucking him.
Oh, you're just like your father.
Just like your father. You didn't get off me. Right? And then we had a wee burger, and then me and my dad pub crawled our way through Buncrana.
Oh
and then my dad started going, you have a gig in 2 hours. And I was like, I'm right. Like, it's 15 minutes. I'm pissed.
Oh, my God. No sleep either, I imagine.
No sleep. And then I think I had 2 gigs that day.
Yeah, you probably did.
Probably did.
That seemed to be at least 2 each night.
And then at a lovely experience where we were walking, coming out of the cinema gig, I was walking up to this wee pub. Andrew Ram's going to the pub, and they've now become very good friends. I'm in a WhatsApp group with 5 sisters from Buncrana. And one of them was very, 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 very beautiful woman, right?
Yes.
And her sisters were going, oh, Micky, no, she needs a funny man. Hey, that girl there needs a funny man. I couldn't even look at her. I was like, I can't even fucking...
Aww.
And then I saw Andrew Rams across the street, and I went, here, link my arm and just shout loud enough for him to hear, oh my God, Micky, you're so funny. Oh, you're so strong. And she linked my arm, and I went, would you get at me, you fucking mutant? Right? So we ended up in the pub. I was getting around for them all, and this girl was like, she goes, Micky, I'll go to the bar and get, because it's going to be easier for me to get served. Because she was very, very attractive,
hammered.
right? No, because she was so attractive. She was so attractive.
Sorry.
And I went, look, do you think being like hot is better than being famous? And she went, it is. And I went, well, we'll fucking see, but we'll have a competition. And as that was happening, Andrew Ryan handed me a pint. I went like that, and the barman went, yes, Micky. And I turned to her and I went, you're a rat.
Oh my God.
And we became best friends.
Oh shit. So this wasn't, I don't hope I'm not exposing anything. This wasn't the hen party? Was that a different group of people?
No, it's a different group of people.
Oh,
yeah, I was on a hen party. I've had a great couple of months.
So on the Friday night, by the time you'd arrived on Friday, you'd already met up with a hen party, and they recognised you then in the bar.
So I went to their hen party.
You'd gone. Were you the stripper?
No, but I was the celebrity guest. So I got a message. It was the day of the Belfast Marathon. So it was at the start of May.
Yeah.
And I got a message from this girl. She's like, goes, look, my sister's getting married. We're having her hen in Belfast. Her and her husband are really big fans. Would you just pop into the hen party? And I was like, I don't know if you've ever heard me speak, right? But I've been dying to go on a hen party my entire life. The reason I've never been married is because they make me have a stag party, and I don't want that. I want a fucking hen party. So I walked up to the hen party and was wearing the glasses and all. I was like, yes, girls. So they were all from Buncrana. So I met up with them on the Friday. And then on the Sunday, right, so I ended up at a random house party on the Saturday night.
Right.
Again, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning before I was getting to bed. And then on the Sunday, I couldn't get warm. That's how hungover. It was like 24 degrees and I could not get warm. I was like, I'm fucking freezing.
That's the last stage before death.
Yeah, I need to go to bed. And then the mutant and her sisters.
Stop it.
Came to the gig. Oh, no, that's what I have her saved in my phone as the mutant. She knows. She thinks it's funny, right? She does. She fucking better. I've said it. Right. But, so they came to one of the gigs I was doing and they were like, you have to stay for a pint. And I'm like, I can't. Like, I'm so hungover. And then the mutant bought me a Jägermeister, like a Jägerbomb. And then there was a Jack and Coke right over the table. And then within 3 drinks, these girls started putting plastic straws in their ears and wouldn't listen to me unless I had one in mine. They were going, I can't hear you, Mickey. So then we were all doing the Eurovision at the table. It was the best night I've ever had in my life. And I've been chasing the dragon ever since.
So they turned up in Buncrana then. You'd seen them.
So the hen party, those guys are from Buncrana, but the 5 sisters are also just randomers from Buncrana.
Oh my God.
So I ended up just in this circle of just mad women, and I was in the middle this is fucking great.
So this was nothing to do with the gigs that weekend. That was just the best.
Oh, the gigs were phoned in. Fuck that. I've been doing stand up a long time. I can do 15 minutes easy, but
this is quite a random tangent. I hired, just when I thought about strippers there, I hired a stripper for my friend's 21st birthday party, and it was a disaster, right? Because I don't know. Have you ever hired a stripper for someone? It's not that easy to do. There's not like a.
Yeah.
This was in 1997 as well. It's not like you could
that's
go
really
on
hard to do.
Yeah.
How do you do that? You have to go through yellow pages.
Yes.
Hartley.
I thought you meant I had to time travel. It is hard to book something in 1997.
Well, we're going. We don't need clothes.
No, no, so I had to look up an ad in the back of a paper or something. I don't know. Still to this day, I don't quite know how I got. But anyway, I phoned them up and I was like, I'd like to hire a stripper for my friend. And they were like, right, fine. No confirmation other than this is the date and this is where we're going to be. And it turns out the stripper had the same name as my wee brother. So the stripper was called
Candy?
Peter. My wee brother Tits McGee. No,
Your wee brother Chantel, I know him well.
So I was sitting this is in Halsey residence, and someone answered the phone in our flat and said, oh, Teresa, it's Peter. So I thought it was, now my wee brother was only about 9 at the time. So I answered the phone like this, hi. And he's like, hey, it's Peter here, stripper. And he was phoning up to see, was my friend overweight? Did she have any back problems? This big list of things.
This is what fighter.
What are you going to do? Exactly. I was like, what are you going to do to her? And he said, I just need to know which routine to bring. Am I going to be picking her up? And I was like, can you not just make that decision when you see her? You're like, no, I need to do. So I was getting really
Health and safety involved in this here. There's blame, there's a claim.
And, but he turned up so we had a party for her in this bar, and he did turn up, but he was about 4'5". He was wearing a leather jacket and he just had a massive dildo, and he was no more a stripper than you or I. He just walked in and started waving it at her, and we were all just stood there.
Worst magician ever.
I was like, why aren't you stripping? Take her clothes off. Why aren't you stripping? The worst part about it was my friend had a boyfriend, and he was sat there going, what the fuck? And I have all these photos of this guy with a dildo, and he was in a green thong, and her boyfriend just stood in the back, just who did this? And I was like, happy birthday. You are welcome. My little brother Peter, everybody.
When we were 17, we went to a pub in Banbridge we could sneak into. And, well, I looked like this. It was 15, so we all got in the pubs quite early. And it was my friend Paddy's birthday, and a male stripper and a female stripper turned up.
Right.
Right, both in like those really bad like police
Like as
costumes,
characters, yes.
And I couldn't really figure out the way I looked at it is either he was the bouncer and she was the stripper,
right,
or they both just went, I don't know who this is for, so we should both go. And if it's a dude, you strip it, it's a girl, right? And it was my friend's 17th birthday. And the stripper lady at one point, like, she put whipped cream all over his chest and was like fucking licking the whipped cream. And we were all we were like all virgins. We were all, what the fuck, man? Right? And then I remember she like put him down on his stomach and pulled his arse crack out, right? And she spraying the whipped cream all over his bum, like, right? And then looked down. My friend Patty had an arse like Chewbacca, right? And I don't know if she was intending to initially like sort of like lick it off the small of his back, but she saw how hairy his arse was, reached into her bag and pulled out a paddle and just like slapped it off his arse, right? And then we were like, who booked the stripper? Like, who fucking...
Yeah.
And then we started going, did he book his own stripper? Because he'd be the type of guy who would like to... It was his mum.
Oh my God.
His mother booked him a stripper
right.
for his 17th birthday.
That's really
and I remember being like, I wish my mom was your mom. Like, I wish your mom was my mom. She's cool. She is fucking cool, man. Like,
but why, Seb? What did you do for his 18th? Like, where do you go from there?
Hooker?
Yeah, probably. We're all going to watch.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, actually, his 18th, he got a new bike.
Something else to
She
ride.
does the birthdays all.
Yes.
I didn't even think of that. Something else to ride.
I know.
That's why you make the big bucks, kid.
Oh, me, yeah. What was I going to say to you? No, anyway, that's the only time I've hired a stripper. I was at a party where someone else had... There's a lot... People don't do it anymore.
Strippers were like a...
There was a thing
and they
for
would
a
call
while.
them kissograms. Do you remember that?
Yes, yes.
And then you're like, why is a kisser? I'm going to tits out.
I paid for kissing. Stop it. Whenever I was at a uni party, like in someone's house, somebody hired a stripper for... And I don't know... It was nothing to do with me, but I was just... in the crowd, and he was doing this whole thing like, I'm going to take someone into this closet here and do... Again, I don't think he was a stripper. And he picked me out of the crowd and brought me into this like tiny wee like wardrobe, right? And was just like, just play along. And when we got in there, he just went, look, nothing's going to happen, okay? So I just want you to know that you're not my type and I'm not. And I was like, what is actually going on here? Get out there and take off your clothes and then get out.
You slut.
What do you mean this isn't going to happen? But yeah, it's a weird thing. You don't see. Quite right. I don't really enjoy it.
I agree. I've been to strip clubs.
Right.
I once got thrown out of a strip club for cheering.
Well done.
I swear to God. Because
lovely posture.
It was
well done.
Do you know what it was? It was in Australia, and there was a girl that was swinging around a pole by like the back of her knee.
Right.
And I was like, that's like an Olympian. And I'm like, fucking well done, hen. And the bouncer was like thrown out because there was perverts there that were trying to leer at her.
Oh my God.
Because I wasn't throwing money, and instead I was just being like,
just
you're
fucking
fucking unbelievable, sweetheart. This stripping thing doesn't work out, you could definitely be a gymnast.
Yeah.
Like,
you are valuable in yourself. You've got great self-worth.
I did that once. We were on a stag and we decided to take the stag to a strip club. And I'd never been before. And I paid for 2 lap dances and just went, you don't have to get naked or anything. I'm just like, I like to support the arts.
Do you tap dance?
Like, I've done a few open mics myself, so I'm just letting you know. I feel like when I perform comedy, my soul is stripping. So
I've not said. I think I've told this story before, but I accidentally ended up at a live sex show in Amsterdam. Now this was a long time ago, and it was by accident because I was on like a tour with loads of other Australians. We were just doing this bus tour around Europe, and one of the activities.
The Kentucky.
The Kentucky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what they are?
Yeah.
You're the first person I've met who knows what that is.
I don't actually know what they are, but I've heard of them. Because I used to work with an Australian.
Company.
Yeah.
Kentucky tours. So they're marketed for Australians, basically. You get to travel around Europe in like 2 weeks. And I went on one. They were all just like, why is she here? I was like, I'm a teacher.
G'day, mate.
I've got no friends. So my cousin was going to go, but she got chlamydia. So anyway, here I am. So anyway.
What a sweepstake.
So it was just me and all.
You don't mind if I crack up another one of these alcohol-free beers, do you?
Go ahead. At least for the audio version, it sounds like you're drinking a non-alcoholic beer. Anyway, one of the activities on the first day was to go to this show, but it didn't call it a live sex show. I called it something else. But I was just ticking all the activities and going, I'll go to anything. And I was the only girl who'd showed up for that, and it was just me and all these like Australian footy rules. You know those guys, the footy Aussie rules.
Yeah.
Footy rules? Fucking drinking water? What's wrong?
It's probably
being around you.
You're probably drunk off my breath.
Footy rules football. Do you know it? Oh my God. Anyway, when we got into the venue, it didn't look anything seedy. It just looked like a theatre. So I was like, what magic are we about to see? Maybe something Dutch, something local. And it was just two people having sex on stage. And it was the grimmest thing I have ever had to sit through.
So, I once went to a live sex show in Amsterdam.
On purpose?
With two comedians.
Yeah.
Because we were in Amsterdam, we were stoned, and we were like, let's go see what the perverts watch, right? Mm-hmm. And you're right, it was grim. Because what they had was, fuck me, there was like a red curtain on a wee small stage, and there was a guy at the side that had one of these things, and it would revolve round, right?
Yes!
So
it was a circular bit that went round. Oh my God.
So this lady came out, and she had, she had like a little roll of beads. And she would sort of and because there was
like the flags coming out of a hat.
Yeah, like that kind of thing. Yeah, and because there was three comedians, or obviously we're making fun of it. Right?
Yes,
like just to ourselves, we wouldn't do it to her because she's she's at her job.
At work. Yeah,
yeah. And at one point I went, like, the really annoying thing is her boyfriend's in the house trying to close the blinds and he can't find the wee thing because she took it to work with her. Right? And then I was like, and a lady came out and did the banana show, which is one of the famous Amsterdam things.
Yeah, I honestly think we were at the same
So we had to sit through that, and I'm like, as much as I need potassium. And then and then a couple were just having sex.
Yeah.
Right? Just really...
No showmanship to it.
No, there wasn't even a fucking saxophone playing.
The lighting was terrible.
Yeah, it was, and they were just like...
Yes!
Right?
That's what I mean. It was just...
But then it was and then all of a sudden it was the girl with the thing again. And I was like, lads, I think we've stayed for 2 shows here. Like, they haven't kicked us out. Because we ended up just seeing this thing revolving for ages. We were like...
It should be like, remember you used to go swimming and be like, red bands, get out now, please.
Could all perverts with half an erection please leave the pool?
No, I just remember being stuck, because I was stuck in the middle of a row, and I was like, I don't want to have to get up here and walk past anybody to get out of this show, because I didn't know what I was going to walk into.
Because you're a boner.
So that's too embarrassed.
People like out the road funny, fuck's sake, Teresa. For fuck's sake, Peter.
I was like, can I get a gin and tonic over here, please? Is anyone taking drinks orders? No, they're not. Anyway.
It's the weird thing about Amsterdam, though, I think, is even though it's seedy, because it's kind of, because it's legal and kind of, I guess, safe-ish for the people performing. Yeah. It does become very, very funny very quickly. It becomes really funny.
It's the only time no, never mind. I was going to talk about something else.
I did one time see a bunch of the ladies of the night finish their shift and walk past the Anne Frank house, and I was like, what is this place? No. What the fuck is this place like?
No, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
The same wee man in the Anne Frank house. That's
how they caught her.
It's not okay. Oh dear. Anyway, no, the Kentucky tour that's mad. I'm just excited that you know what that is, because I keep trying to explain it to people, and they're like, "Why are we on a bus with Australians?" It's like, is he okay?
Yeah.
Shawnee, all right? Okay. Yeah, we went to we did 15 different cities in 2 weeks, and I lost hair. Like, I was drinking, and I was all, those 15 days straight, I had hair falling out by the end of it, and came home and was just like, it was great. I hadn't seen anything in the daytime. It's just like, I've seen Europe now. It's brilliant.
I had that where I did a 2-week stand-up tour with an Australian comedian called Nick Cody. That was like a 2-man Kentucky tour. So we started off in Romania, and I'd never been outside of the UK ever, and then it's like, go do stand-up in Romania. You're like, what? Do you know who Arlene Foster is? I'm like, no? Okay. Catholic snow. But it was like every city we went to, because at the time stand-up was still a relatively new thing. So every single city we went to, the organisers were like, you will drink tonight, yes? They were fucking amped. Yeah. And by the 3rd day, me and this guy Cody were just like, man, I can't fucking do this. I can't do that.
I'm a professional. I can't do
it. It wasn't even that. It was so the first night we had because whoever booked the flights and booked the tour was it was badly organised in the sense that instead of going starting here and going the whole way across, we would go like that. Yeah. All over the place. So we had a flight. We'd be at an airport for 5 a.m. The gig finished at midnight. And we were like, we may as well just stay up. Yeah. So they gave us their version of poaching. So me and Nick, we were walking around Cluj, Romania, with sports bottles filled with homebrew, moonshine, basically. Yeah. And I remember at one point being like, should we pour some water in it to try and weaken it.
Yeah.
And all it did was just make more of it. It got stronger. I don't know how the fuck it happened. And then it was, I think by the fourth day, we were in Belgrade and we had a night off. And the tour manager was like, you know what, you guys have a night off. Why don't you go have a beer and get to know each other? And we were like,
okay.
Let the games begin. Right? And we went to this place. It was a really, really nice restaurant because I think Nick had been there before. And like, really great restaurant. We're drinking, it was like beers and wee ceramic cups. So like wee mugs of beer, like that size. And then like a honey brandy. So we were doing them both at the same time. And then there was you could still smoke inside and I was smoking cigarettes. So I went over to the smoking section. Cody came with me. And as I was talking, I was that drunk. I threw up and just kept talking. Oh, and he was
like it was just a week off?
He was like, you just spew. I was like, yeah.
Oh my God.
So anyway, you get married next year?
Oh, dribbling down your face.
Oh, no, it wasn't that, but it was like a very violent, like, yeah. Oh, no. No, I don't really watch football.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And that was another situation where we ended up in a strip club as well. So that was the first time I was ever in one. Right.
Okay.
So
yeah, go ahead.
So the hotel we were staying in, and it was very former Soviet bloc KGB. Like every room had a massive painting. And I was like, I'm pretty sure there's still a guy in there.
With eyes moving.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The Mona Lisa was like...
Side eye.
And, but there was a strip club right next to the hotel. And I was like, did you see there's a strip club? And he went, yeah. And I went, I've never been to one. And he went, well, we have to go now because, like, you've never been. You're 30
I feel like
years
you say this in every country you go to. I've never been to a strip club.
No. This is like the first time. But I remember like walking around Belgrade for 2 days. Everybody was stunning, right? Everybody was beautiful. But like nobody was older than 32. So it was like stunning and then old, right? There was no middle ground.
In between.
And I remember walking down the stairs of the strip club going, if the people up here are that good looking, the people down here are going to be out of this world. And there were Martians. Like, there was a bald one.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
And there was nobody else in it. And me and this guy were just sitting there. And we very quickly became aware it was like mafia run.
Yeah.
So we're like, we have to buy beers because if they...
We have to strip.
Yeah.
We're the axe.
I hope Liam Neeson turns up because we are taken. With one tuck.
Oh my God. No, I had something I was going to talk to you about things, but we've been talking about strippers for the last... Oh, embarrassing stories, of course.
Well, there's about 6 there.
Okay, thanks for coming in. Now, the last time you were here, you did tell me loads of brilliant stories, but they made me quite sad, and they were quite medical and quite horrific. Hey, I am going on tour with my new show, Nice Lady, and tickets are available now. So I will be in Edinburgh, Belfast at the Lyric Theatre, Armagh, Manchester, Lisburn and Derry. Tickets are available now on my website, teresalivingstone.com. Do you embarrass yourself on stage ever? Or is it...
I think on stage is probably whenever I'm like, oh, this is fine.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of my version of therapy. Mm-hmm. I've had embarrassing things happen on stage. Mm-hmm. Like I was once doing a gig in McHugh's, and by the way, I would say this has been 10 years, and I still have a complex about it.
Oh.
So doing a gig in McHugh's, and do you know the bathroom was behind where the stage was? So a friend of mine was emceeing it, and then another friend of ours, a local radio presenter whose name shall not be mentioned just in case.
Okay.
He didn't do anything wrong or anything, but just in case. Decided he wanted to do stand-up for a bit.
Right.
And he was going to do 5 minutes. And I kind of had to pee. Uh-huh. And then he did 20 minutes. And I was busting to pee.
Oh, no.
And I remember thinking, it'll be fine. I'll just, like, once I start, I'll forget I have to pee.
Yes.
And I'll get through my set. And I was about 3 minutes in, and I had to go, I'm really sorry. I'm going to wet myself. And I ran off stage, and I had to pee so bad that whenever I, like, took my willy out, I'd already kind of started peeing a wee bit.
No.
So I had to do this. Whoa! Like arched past me. Had the longest pee of my life. The MC had got up and tried to like tap dance around it.
Yeah.
And I came out being like, man, don't worry about it, I'm good, I'm back in the game. Toilet roll stuck to my foot and definitely a wee stain on my trousers.
Jesus Christ.
So that's one.
I thought you were going to say you pissed yourself on stage.
No, but I have like, after that happened, I always had this thing where right before I went on stage, I was like, I need to pee.
Well, I have that anyway. And I think everybody, that's a nervous thing, isn't it? You suddenly, you think you need to. And then you're right. You sort of think, oh, I'll get on stage and it'll go.
I had a stage like about 2014 or so, where I actually developed a weird tension in my shoulder. So my right shoulder would do that when I was on stage.
Right.
Because of the nerves. And I always thought, oh, I'm not even nervous. But they would go, Micky Bartlett. And I go, fuck. Like I would just tense up. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. on stage like Quasimodo.
Piss dribbling out the front.
I'm fine. Hello, ladies.
I've never been to a strip club. Yes, you have. We're not taking you
They
again.
won't let me back. I keep cheering.
No, it's no. I don't think you embarrass yourself on stage. But do you enjoy an embarrassing story or like?
Absolutely, I think you have to.
Yeah.
Like there's. I definitely come from a family of, where do you fucking hear what happened to me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I'm the same.
And I think it's a very healthy way to be, because if you get embarrassed all the time, it must be shite.
I know.
If you can't laugh at it.
It
do you know
has
what I mean?
to be. I'm at the stage now where I've done so many episodes of this, I've run out of embarrassing stories. So I'm looking to embarrass myself now.
Yeah.
I'm sort of like, hope something happens. Like, I hope I don't die or anything. But, something embarrassing would do now quite nicely. I needed 5 minutes to fill in this.
Absolutely get what you mean. The amount of times that I'm like, this is a stupid idea.
Yeah.
But you might get 5 out of it.
Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
My sister told me such a funny story the other day, and I was going to say that it was me, but I can't lie. I've got too much integrity. But she is really polite, and if she mishears something or she won't ask for clarification, right? And an electrician was doing something in her kitchen, and she said, "Would you like a cup of tea?" He said, "Yes," and she said, "Do you take sugar?" And he went, "Oh no, I have to be careful." And he said something she didn't hear. And she thought he said, I have to watch my weight. So she said, "Oh, I hear you. Yeah, I'm the same." And he went, "Oh, really? Do you have a high lipid profile?" Right? And she
Like, I've got hinge?
She thought that was some sort of tool and went, "I'll go and have a look." And then stood in her kitchen looking through her drawers, and he was just staring at her going, "What the fuck's happening?" I'll just find you a high lipid profile, no problem. Hang on a wee second. Let me check.
I was once on a date with a girl who was eating a halloumi salad, and she said to me, "Do you like halloumi?" And I said, "No, I'm not really big into fish."
Oh, I would understand that one.
Because halloumi sounds like
Halibut.
no, not even. To me, halloumi sounds like somebody Ariel, Little Mermaid, would hang about with.
Do you like Sebastian? No, I'm allergic to it.
No, calf shellfish.
Under the sea.
Yeah, I didn't know it was squeaky cheese, but I genuinely thought it was some sort of fish.
Squeaky cheese. I keep getting myself. I can't fucking speak. I keep getting autocorrect. I know. I am going to have a wee sip of this. No,
It's Friday somewhere.
Woo! Hang on. Oh, very nice. Fuck, just spilled it. I swear to God, there's something wrong with me.
You smell toast.
Have you ever seen Airplane when he's like, "That's when I develop my drinking problem," and then throws it like this? No, I keep getting caught out with autocorrect on messages at the minute. And because I'm doing a wee tour at the end of the year, I wrote an email to one of the promoters and said, "This date would be great." And I wrote, "Many thanks," and it autocorrected into "manure shanks."
I know him.
Oh, yeah.
He's a bouncer in Lurgan.
Oh, no, he's really... But he was so... Because then I didn't hear back from him for like a week, and I was like, does he think I'm just mental? Like, that Saturday the 21st would suit manure shanks. And I went back to him and said, "I don't know what happened there." And he went, "That's possibly the best autocorrect I've ever seen."
My sister's a teacher, and some of the stories she tells me that I go, I don't know how the fuck you're getting away with this. She was teacher training in Hull.
Yes.
And it was a very diverse kid, like group of kids she was teaching.
Yeah.
So there was a wee kid from Syria, and she was teaching them French. She was doing her teacher training, right? Doesn't speak a word of French. Was just bluffing her way through it, right? And she had taught them like the basic, merci is thank you, whatever. And this little kid from Syria said, "Miss, how do you say you're welcome in French?" And she panicked and went, "Nuba." Nuba. So somewhere,
hello,
yeah,
French.
somewhere in Hull, there's a wee Syrian kid.
I totally identify with her not wanting to say "I don't know," because I was like that as a teacher. I would never have been like, "Oh, I don't know." I always had to, and I would just make up answers. And there was a kid, because I taught kids who didn't have English as their first language;
Yeah.
they were all Spanish. And one of them was just reading something, and she put her hand up and went, "Miss, what is a porpoise?" And I was like, "It's a giant lizard. All right, get on with your work." And then I just sat there for 5 minutes going, "That doesn't sound right at all." And I had to go and look it up under the desk. I was like,
It's a different type of squeaky
I know,
cheese.
it's like a dolphin, sorry. But I had to call her up to the front of the class. I didn't want to say it in front of everyone,
Right.
so I was like, "Anna, could you come up to the front of the class, please? There's been an urgent message from home." And she was like, "What?" She came up to me. She came up to the front and I went, "It's more like a dolphin. All right, sit down. Your family are all fine." Everyone's alive. But anyway, I'm getting a bit hyper here.
There's another story my sister's told me. I don't even know if I probably can't say it. I'll tell you, but maybe cut it out because I have to
Okay, you can
potentially
check
use
if
a
you're
child's
allowed.
name, if you know what I mean.
Can you change the child's name?
I'm trying to in my head, right?
Try your very best. Okay, we'll bleep it if we need to.
Right. So, we had this running joke in the house where I was one time singing, Joe McDonald, the Irish, like the fucking Wee Rebel song.
Oh, right, okay.
Right.
I thought you meant a person. I was like, Joe McDonald. No.
But I once sang a bit of that in French, right? And my
Okay.
sister thinks it's the funniest thing I've ever done. So we were in the car and I was like, Je m'appelle Joe McDonald, j'habite on Belfast town, right? And my sister's like, that's the funniest fucking thing that's ever happened, right? So every time I'm drunk, I'll just message her, Je m'appelle Joe McDonald, right?
Yeah.
And she knows it means I'm drunk. And then if she's drunk, she'll write back,
J'habite.
j'habite on Belfast, right?
Yeah.
And I texted her a few weeks ago and she went, Michael, I have something to tell you. And I was like, either she's pregnant or somebody's sick. I guess it's fucking dead serious. And she goes, I got my class list for next year and there's a wee fella in my class called Joe McDonald.
Oh.
Right? And she goes, I can't fucking look at him.
Just here's the song.
Yeah, she's like, I can't look at the wee fella. She goes, his parents are going to meet me. I can't stop laughing at them. I fucking can't stop. We do this thing in our family too, but like just embarrassing shit. For some reason, see if we go to the shop, say like mum or dad or one of us drives to the shop and the other one goes into the shop. The walk from the shop back to the car, for some reason we all laugh. We've never been able to explain it, but every one of us watching just walk,
walking
and it might be 10, 15 feet, and we're like, look at you walking.
Oh my God.
You fucking dick.
Look at you walking like an arsehole. Do you do a wee funny walk?
No, it's literally
Just
you're
walking.
just trying to walk normal. And every fucking time you look into the car and you go, I'm gonna start laughing here. I'm gonna start fucking laughing. And the other one's like, they're gonna start laughing, and then we're just laughing. Like it's ridiculous. And my nephew's 7, he does it as well. Because I left him in my car to go and get something to the shop, and I keep walking out. He was like,
Look at you walking like an ass.
steady.
How many siblings do you have?
Just one.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
The way you were talking, I was thinking it was like 5 years all packed into the back
No,
seat.
but I think there's like mum and dad, me and my sister, we're all close enough that you're almost like, this is like
There's
4.
10 of you?
Yeah. It's like
Even
4
of
siblings
stories.
and fucking very funny kid. Like, yeah. I'm drunk now. Fuck yeah.
I know.
Excuse me.
Right, I'll tell you what, this might prompt an embarrassing story out of you. I'm going to give you 2 scenarios. You tell me which is worse and then which one was me. Which of these is more embarrassing and which
Okay.
one do you think I did, all right? So either have your arse exposed in front of a row of cars in rush hour traffic or call a partner by their parents' name in bed.
I mean, it's the second one.
Is worse?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I hope
Now,
the
which
fucking
one do you
Jesus.
think I-
No, you didn't, did you?
No, that
Oh,
was the
thank God.
traffic. No.
The thing about it is, I know that from knowing you, I know that has happened to you. And probably more than once.
Yeah, the traffic one, the arse exposed.
So how did
yeah.
your arse get exposed to a
It was
bunch
the
of traffic?
dog's fault because I...
Fucking dog.
He was only a wee puppy at the time, but I had him out for a walk and stopped to do like a wee shit at the side of the road. And then I said to
The dog did.
And I said to the puppy, it's your turn. And
I once did that with my dog. I was trying to put him out the back for a pee and he didn't need to go, so I peed to be like,
to show him.
the dog was like, I'm 4, man. I know, like, I'm technically 35.
Oh, God, the wee dog with his shoulder up and all, just copying everything you do. No, anyway, so the wee puppy stopped, did his poo at the side of the road, and he was really hyper because of all the noise and everything. But I mean, this was like a row of traffic just sat. Nobody was moving. They were all just sat in rush hour. And when I bent over to pick up the poo, I felt like a little gust of wind sort of like on my bare ass cheek. And I was like, how's that? I'm wearing leggings. That's weird. He had jumped up and ripped a hole out of the back, like something out of a cartoon, ripped a hole out the back of my trousers, my leggings, and my whole arse was exposed. And I didn't
Could be
know.
worse, could have been your arsehole.
And I just felt this like breeze sort of like going, and I was like, right, we're going to have to go home. I'm going home. I'm so embarrassed, but I still had to walk past. I just had to walk down this hill in front of the row of traffic. So yeah.
Yeah, I was at a music festival and busting for a pee. Found a fence to pee against. I was like, there's no one here, I'll pee against this fence. My friend was like, I'll join you. We stood and we had our pee. And then we realised that's where the buses were stopping. And it was just like one after the other, like, and we're like, I can't stop this.
No. It started now, we're not, I know. But that's the sort of thing that used to happen to me whenever I was going on, not that I would be peeing on the side of the road, but I used to always have minor accidents in my car on the way to work.
Right.
And it would always be when a school bus was coming past, always. And the worst one was whenever, this was like when I was abroad again, I'd had an accident coming onto a roundabout. Somebody had gone into the back of me. So we stopped all the traffic. The school bus came past and I was stood like arguing with this guy. Who was the driver of the other car. And it was only when I got into work that one of the other members of staff said to me, "Are you okay? You look very, hassle." And I was like, "No, I've just had a minor accident." She went, "No, all your clothes are on inside out." This guy had driven into the back of me and then I got out of the car all like hair, because I had just been in a rush that morning, so all my clothes were inside out, like labels hanging out everywhere, and I was like, "You went into me," and I just think he was terrified.
Aye, this crazy picture for inside out clothes. Must be laundry day or something.
No, my electric had gone off that morning, so I just got ready in the dark. You just feel for your things.
Yeah.
So
I had an embarrassing thing happen to me literally on the way up here today.
Oh yeah.
So you know, right? You do stand up in a small country like Northern Ireland. Mm-hmm. People will say hello to you in the street, right? I don't get the kind of like, "Oh my God, that's Micky." I get nothing like. I get people going like this, "All right, mate," and then they go, "Where the fuck do I know him from?"
Yeah.
And then they go, "You're Kieran," right?
Yeah.
That's what happens like 9 times out of 10. So I was going to Applegreens to get a wee tin of Monster, and there was a guy walking in, did the "All right, mate," and I went, "All right, mate," and then I could see him going, "What was that?" And then I was going, "Oh, I don't want to fucking deal. I'm running late." Then the security guard in Applegreens went, "There's fucking," and then as I was like walking through the double door, it just stopped and I got stuck through the double door. And then I wasn't entirely sure that anybody had even said hello to me. I was like, am I an arrogant bastard who's now just trapped in a double door? Like,
what, like the sliders?
so it's like
just
it opens normally and then just fucking stopped. So as it was open, I thought, well, this is going to just like Star Trek, and it went shunk. I just fucking
it's me, Micky Bartlett. Everybody look at me. Oh my God. Right, I'll give you another one. Which of these was worse and which of them was me? So, now either have your tooth fall out on a first date or clog the toilet on a first visit to a new...
The tooth thing happened. I know you've told me. I think you've told me about the tooth falling out.
Fuck, right, okay, yeah.
But the clogging of I've never clogged a toilet in my life, right?
No, I don't think I have either.
I used to date a girl whose sister did that. She was at her like new boyfriend's house.
Oh God.
And had clogged the toilet. And she said that she like tried everything, didn't know that it was panicking. Eventually had to text her boyfriend and be like, "I've clogged your fucking toilet."
Yeah.
And I think it was a dodgy toilet. He knew how to flush it, didn't worry about it. But she said she looked at her Fitbit and her heartbeat was like fucking
You are experiencing more stress than normal. No, that is my nightmare.
I've got a belter.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you this last time. So I have a friend called Connor Drum who does stand up, right?
Yes.
And he lives in London. And for a long time, if I was gigging in London, I would stay in his place. And he lived in this, like the basement of a house, right? And shared it with actual models, like actual models. So what would happen is me and him would do a gig, go out drinking. I would sleep in his room. There was no natural light, so you'd sleep to maybe 3 PM because there was nothing to wake you up.
Yeah.
And I woke up one day and I had to go potty, right? And he was sharing a bathroom with these 3 models. And they're all in the living room watching TV, and I'm like, "Hello, ladies, I'm just going to have a shower." Right? And I turned the shower on because I didn't want them to hear anything. I did my business, right? Flushed the toilet, and I went to get into the shower, but I'd put just the hot water on, and it was like the gas heating, so it was boiling water was coming out of this thing, and I couldn't. It was like a bath with a shower, and I had one of those like swingy screens.
Yes.
But I couldn't get the screen door to move because it was stuck. And I remember thinking, I'm going to break this, trying to move it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do because I can't get near the tap
To change the
temperature. So I'm in the shower and I'm like the scald in my feet trying to get near it. I'm like, fucking hell, right? I'm like, Jesus. And I was like, what the fuck am I going to do here? And I went, I know what I'll do. I'll take my towel and I'll throw it at the shower head, and that'll give me enough time just to fucking turn the cold water on. So I throw the towel. The water pressure was that good. The towel fucking blew onto my face. So I'm waterboarding myself with boiling hot water. Right. I eventually get everything like sorted out, have a shower, whatever, go downstairs, and one of these models goes, "You taking a shit?"
They could probably hear all the thumping and everything going on.
Like,
Is it?
I gave myself IBS or so. Fuck.
Open a window, mate. This is a very strange story that I find I'll hopefully tell it right, but when you're trying your best to not embarrass yourself or offend someone, you end up doing it anyway. The more you try not to. So the first time I went and stayed with I had two really good friends. They just happened to be lesbians. I don't know why I said it like that. As if like, and I'm fine with that.
Oh, you're lesbians,
But anyway.
I was normal yesterday. They were bit by a lesbian.
I was going to stay with them for the first time. It was the first time I was going to stay with them. So I was like, don't say anything. Like, don't be weird, Teresa. Just, I don't know why I was even worrying about it, but we got to their house and it was just me staying with them, right? And they were showing me around their house and they said, this is our room. That's your room over there. And you've got a wee shower in the room. And I'd never seen this before. It was like a shower being built into the wardrobe. It was really weird, right? There was a shower in the wardrobe. And I was like, all right, great. And they said, now the main bathroom's actually just off our bedroom there. So that's why we have this in here. So you can use the shower. And I was like, great. So in my mind, I was picturing there's a bathroom with a shower off their room. And then I have this little shower here. And we were sitting downstairs and we were all having a few drinks and getting ready to go out. And then we were all like, right, well, we'll start getting ourselves ready. And one of the girls stood up and said, right, well, I'm away upstairs to have a shower, right? I thought she meant she was going into her bathroom. What she meant was there was only one shower in the house and that she was using mine. And I said, thinking about the sharing of the water, I said, would you rather I waited until you were finished before I had mine? Or should I have mine now too? And she went, if you don't mind, I'll have a shower by myself. And I was like, it sounds like because I'm staying with a gay couple, I'm like, I guess we all shower together. Should we all get into this?
Let's hit the locker rooms, girls.
So it was me thinking about like, oh, if you're using hot water, then there wouldn't be hot water. But there was only one shower and she thought I was trying to get into the shower with her. The end. I am boiling.
That's roasting. Wait, there was one time, a great one in our house as well, was someone phoned our landline when we were kids and my dad went, if that's for me, I'm in the bath. Meaning I don't want to talk anymore.
Yes.
And my mum went, if it's for me, I'm in the bath too. Right? And I said, answered the phone. And it was like, huh? And we could all hear it. She went, he's in the bath. She's in the bath. And my man there went, no. Hello. Granny's dead.
Oh my God.
I've told you about Padre Pio's mitt. Did I tell that story last time?
Oh, I can't remember now.
I don't know if I
Tell
told
me anyway.
So, at the time I was in the hospital for the thing on my bum,
yes,
I told you about last time,
yes,
right?
Yes, you did.
So my granddad was dying, right? And he'd been dying for about 30 years, and that's what grandparents do. It's fine, right?
Yeah.
But he had a stroke, and there was a point we were on the waiting room, and the doctor came in. He was like, "Look, it's not good, right? He's had a major stroke. He's lucid. He's talking now, but we expect he's going to have another one, and that's going to, it's going to wipe him out." And my aunt was like, "Don't you worry about it, doctor. I know a fella can get us Padre Pio's glove, right?"
Oh, well, thank God for that. Yeah.
Thank
He's
fuck,
cured.
right? So 20 minutes later, a priest arrives, right? And I swear to God, he had a briefcase with a handcuff on it, right? I swear to God. Right? So he opens the briefcase, right? And there's two of Padre Pio's gloves, right? And he goes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the gloves in to your grandfather, but I want you all to say here and pray around the other glove, right? Because that's how
Is there more than one? That's there was only one.
Well, it was both hands. He'd stick metal on both hands, so he's loads of them. He would wear the wee gloves so his hands wouldn't get fucking infected.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that's bullshit. I'm just saying that is psoriasis because that's what I have, right? So the priest goes into my granddad. We're all sitting there, and then everyone else had their head down praying, and I was kind of like, "I'm fucking, it's bullshit." And I look, and my ma's going. I swear I'm not making this up. My ma's going, take the glove and rub it.
Rub it?
On your wee wound. Right? On my arse. And this is, everyone's praying and she's going. I'm going. Right? So the priest comes back and he's like, I need backup.
Yeah.
This guy's fucked. Right? So all the family go in and I'm there with Padre Pio's glove and just me and a wee sore bum. And I remember thinking, what's the worst that can happen? Right? Turns out worst can happen is the priest comes back in looking the other one.
Oh
and
my.
I'm like,
you have it down your arse.
I'm like, sorry, Father.
I'm all done now.
Now, to be fair, abscess has gone, Grandad died.
Maybe only one of them worked. Yes.
The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away.
Oh my God, that's brilliant. Padre Pio's glove. Well, in the interest of not passing out in this heat, I think we shall wrap this up.
Let's go to the pub. I'm over, mate.
Thank you for Yes, okay. Thank you for bringing your carry out with you.
Thank you for letting me.
And do consider having a 0% alcohol.
I often do have 0% alcohol.
Yeah.
Like cups of tea and water.
Well, this is lovely. This is provided by the Sober Irish.
Thank you, Sober Irish, for
And yes, thank you very
encouragement.
much. Yes, I will get him off the drink if it kills. This is an intervention.
It will kill you.
There is no podcast.
It'll kill you. Like, I'm like,
Have your whole family behind a curtain.
It's fine. I don't need it. Like.
Nah, you're grand. Listen, thank you so much. Let's go and see Micky on tour. You're on tour, probably.
Not
are
even.
you?
No, I'm taking a year off term, but
Oh, well, don't go and see him then. Come
yeah.
see me.
Yeah, go see Teresa on tour. I agree.
Thank you.